it applies to either a bending of the wrist, and at the higher levels, it's actually a grip with a pressure point, a temi, on the wrist. Normally, it's on one of the meridians called the large intestine or the small intestine. Many of the techniques affect those meridians. You do it enough, about 3 hours later, you forget about it, you're eating, and you got this great urge for the green apple quick step, and you say, gee, I must have ate something bad, and you didn't. It just activates your old large intestine, and be near the sandbox because you're not going to avoid it. Some people are more susceptible than others, but the technique, the grip, is what can do this. The Gakun grip, it's hard, you're not going to learn it that well, but I want you to get the feel for it. The grip itself is not a strong grip. It doesn't require any power. It goes on the inside, in this case, of a cross-handed grip. The key to making this work is to keep your arm straight and your wrist firm. You don't want to be like this or like this. You're applying pressure with the base of this index finger to this spot about 2 inches up on his wrist. And you find the position by letting your hand slide down until it just stops naturally where his hand is. Straighten your arm and just turn to the outside, this way, his body. Okay, this is the basic grip position. It's also put on the outside, but this is the standard basic position. So you don't squeeze. Keep your arm straight and just turn to the outside and push down. All right? You can take a person with this, one of the applications, take him to the ground here, and when you pin with this, you keep his arm at about 45 degrees and you just drive it straight down towards his elbow. I'll come around and just grip each of you as we do it just so you get the feel. But I want you to take this as a basic technique. To do this, say he's stepping in and just punching. Just catch it, just deflect it. Come right up on him here. Put the grip and then step back. Bring him down here and you got him here. This doesn't look like you're doing anything because if you've never had one of these on, you say, oh, the guy really is just faking it. And it's not going to kill you, but it affects most people. There's some people that it doesn't bother, but just turn. Step back, pin him, elbow here, a temi here. Keep him with his elbow close to your knee, and just apply the pressure. If you're down flat on the floor, you can't get the leverage. So keep him at 45 degrees. And just, okay? Okay, yummy. We've only got about 3 minutes. You must be getting it. Everybody's going around doing this. So when you go home tonight and you forget and it's about 9 o'clock and you're having that third beer and you're watching TV and you got your shoes off and you say, oh, Jesus, hey, we didn't do it that much. But if you'd have done a half an hour of this and then you forget about it and you say, man, what did I eat? You better get near the sandbox because you're not going to have any control. But that's what it is. It doesn't mean you ate something bad, okay? I want to show you a couple. You can see it doesn't take any strength, and some people are more sensitive than others, and you can resist it, but it's the element of surprise. I want to do a couple of little techniques that we do with this. Come up here. One of these techniques we call is Ryote Mochimawari, which is based on the assumption the person has a weapon in their hand or in their back, and maybe they're going to use it. So before they get a chance to use it, we come up here and we grab both hands. Down with one Gakun, in with the other. Then we pin her here, lock it this way, and finish. Whoa, sorry, she's so small, I'm not used to going down that far. We're going down with one Gakun here, other one into her face, pin her here, bring this here, knee here, and finish. The only thing you have to tap with is your feet, so you have to, okay? That's one application. One other is this, what we call the Sandan Mochimawari. Let me use him for this because we got to wrap it. I'm getting the wrap it up and go home sign. Okay. Same thing, taking this grip here, coming through into his face, bringing him around. Now we finish this in this lock position here. Okay. I'm sorry we run out. Why does the time go so fast? Waiting all day for this. But we're wrapping it a little quick. I think they're going to do some finishing. As soon as Wally lets go of that poor guy's finger. Okay, so this is, again, Sandan Mochimawari. We can catch it here, Gakun, through, in, turn, bring him around, here, finish, take him out. I'm sorry we got so fast and it's so sweaty, but I appreciate you sticking in for the last session. I enjoyed being here. I hope you had a little fun, and I want to thank you very much because I know he's going to come over here and say, cut or I'll shoot you. So he just sits, okay? Thank you. All right.
Shihan Michael DePasquale Sr. will instruct in his popular style of Yoshitsune Waza. Shihan DePasquale brings to us 49 years of experience in the martial arts and is known as the father of American Jiu Jitsu. Shihan DePasquale is a security specialist and has been a personal advisor and bodyguard to many notable celebrities and political personalities. Shihan DePasquale has lectured on everything from hostage negotiation to bomb threats and safety in the workplace. Shihan DePasquale places safety in the dojo among the highest consideration when training and emphasizes reality when dealing with a conflict situation.
What I'm going to try and show you today is a few techniques using no power. We do not use power in Jiu-Jitsu. Power is only used in the hands, and it goes when it's put into the proper position. We have a series of motions that we use so that you can determine whether or not your hand is in the proper position. One of the motions we use is high. You see your friend, you say high. Man throws a punch, you say high. Next move we have is called Hail Caesar. High, Hail Caesar. Next position that we have is go to hell. Man throws a punch, you step in, you say go to hell, catch the arm, you break his elbow. The reason why we say go to hell is you don't say go to hell this way, you go to hell this way, and it lifts the elbow. If you want to say have a drink, you can do the same thing. But when you say go to hell, people seem to realize that's what they're supposed to do. Can I use my friend over here? Blocking technique will be soft. As he throws a punch in, all we do is we deflect it a little bit, very, very easily. There we just said high. Now we say Hail Caesar. Now we say go to hell. Now if we want to take and we make this simple little street technique work even better, we lock him in. If you have the hand, that's also very, very good. You don't need much strength when the man is down. Transfers his thoughts to someplace else. We'll go through it one more time. High. See, he wants to pull his hand back, so I always say, fine, come in this way. From here, if you're going to put a hadakajime or a naked choke, step to the side. 1, 2, 3, and the man will immediately go to sleep. You want to put a little more power onto him, push his head forward. Now, the reason for go to hell. When you say go to hell, you're lining up the radial bone and the ulnar bone of the arm. And you're saying go to hell. This gives you greater strength. Stands to reason. If you wanted to cross from one building to another and you had two 2x4s, one 2x4, two 2x4s, right? Each 2x4 would hold, say, 100 pounds. If you were able to tightrope walk and you put one on top of the other, you could walk 500 pounds on top of two 2x4s, one supporting the other. Radial bone supports the ulnar, ulnar supports the radial. Now I'm going to show you a little technique that is very, very useful, and I used it a lot as a policeman. Man comes in with the punch, step in, lock with a strike to the side of the neck. This hand says, Hail Caesar. And from this position, rake it across his neck. Grab his hand, lock in. Once you pass 55, 60, you stop getting down on your knees. A word of advice. I don't have to tell this to policemen or to bouncers or to people who've been in fights. I know it's people like Sensei Vasquez, God bless him. They know what I'm talking about. If you're fighting 3 or 4 people, do not do a sacrifice on the first or second person. Do your sacrifice throw on the last person there, otherwise you'll be going home with your teeth all knocked out. One more time. Block. That's high. Hail Caesar.